When it comes to the MVP for the Denver Broncos on the season, there really is only one option. That option is their franchise left tackle, Garett Bolles, who took some huge steps as a player and earned himself a nice contract extension. A year ago at this time, he was the most hated player in Broncos country, and those who defended him were shunned. To end the 2019 season, Bolles showed growth and development, but he still had a long ways to go in those regards. Despite what he showed, the Broncos still declined his fifth-year option, sending him a message that was loud and clear. He either had to improve right away if they kept him, or he was likely going to be looking for a new team after the season. They also explored the market for a potential trade of Bolles, but either couldn't find any takers or more likely weren't offered enough in their eyes. Whatever the case may be, the Broncos ended up stuck with Garett Bolles and hoping he could develop as a player. With the offseason programs impacted and mostly canceled, Bolles took his development into his own hands, almost literally. He knew what he needed to work on, and at home, with his wife being the pass rusher, he improved his technique. It really paid off as the Broncos found him to be their franchise left tackle, with his play being at the top of the NFL this season. Few other left tackles in the NFL had as good of a season as Bolles did, and it was one that should have earned him Pro Bowl honors. The biggest aspect that he needed to clean up was his holding, which became such a negative part of his game. He had led the NFL for multiple years in holding calls, and despite some solid play otherwise, it all came back to those holding calls. Additionally, he needed to play with a lot more consistency to his game and a shorter memory. It was easy to see when Bolles would make a mistake, it would eat at him, and then he would just make another mistake and then compound the mistakes. For the season that he had, Garett Bolles earned a 94.8 grade as well as being the Broncos MVP for the season. Congratulations to Bolles for being rewarded for all the hard work he put in, and let's see him build on this going forward. For Mile High Huddle and Sports Illustrated, I'm Eric Trickle.